students. So you're probably wondering, why am I talking to you in the dark? I'm going to explain that. So I just got back from a run, and during the whole run I was thinking about you guys, and I was thinking about this concept I wanted to teach you, and I thought the best time to teach you is when I just get back from a run. But I run at night sometimes, so I'm talking to you at 5 in the morning to tell you something cool. So, the concept I want to teach you today is called homeostasis. Homeostasis is the process of your body returning to normal functioning, normal physiological functioning, everyday functioning, after you do something to exert yourself, or after a period of change, or after a period of something different. Okay, so it's the process of your body getting back to normal, physiological normal. Okay, let me give you 3 examples to help anchor that, okay? I just got back from a run. That's why it's the perfect time to teach you homeostasis. What's going on in my body right now? I'm really sweaty. My heart rate is beating strong, okay? My breathing's still kind of shallow, okay? My body is getting back to normal, okay? Those things, in a few minutes I'll be able to breathe normal, my heart rate will be back to normal, those kind of things. But for right now, you know, I can tell I just exerted myself, right? Another example, okay? When you skip a night's sleep, okay, because you're up studying from a class, or maybe you're up partying, which I don't need to know about, what happens to you the next day? You have trouble concentrating, you have trouble staying awake, you might be grumpy, irritable, you might notice yourself to be really particularly hungry, you might have just trouble getting through your day. You might be relying on like energy bars and caffeinated drinks just to get you through, okay? If you get a few nights of good sleep, your body's going to get back to its normal functioning, and those things are going to go away. You're going to return to homeostasis after a few nights of skipping that night's sleep. Let me give you another example. Say something terrible happens to you, a car accident or a death of a close person. I'm not trying to speak bad, but say that happens to you. What happens to your body after that? What happens to your body after that is stress hormone, which is cortisol, is raging through your body. Your thoughts might be racing. You might have a panic attack. You might not be able to think clearly. You might not be able to eat. You might not be able to sleep, okay? But after time, your body will start to adjust to that, and you'll start to return to homeostasis, normal, everyday functioning, and that event will be less difficult for you. Now, there's 3 things I want you to remember about homeostasis. So those examples, hopefully you got the concept, okay? The first thing is that there's individual differences in return and homeostasis. As we get older, one of the critical things is to know it's harder to return to homeostasis, okay? So as we age, it's much more difficult to skip that night's sleep. It's much more difficult if you and I went on a run and we tested to see how our heart rates would get back to normal and whatever else. You all, predominantly you're in your 20s and I'm 46, you all might recover faster than I would. But there's individual differences within that, okay? Let's say you're Dara Torres, let's say you're an Olympic swimmer, let's say you work out 8 hours a day, and your body's used to that level of functioning, you're going to return to homeostasis quicker than your average 20-year-old. So that's one thing. But it's harder to skip sleep. It's harder to make up for things that you used to get away with as we age. Second thing to know, the whole process of return to homeostasis means that our lives are like this. Our lives are like, we learn, we get back to normal. Things change, we get back to normal. We change, we get back to normal, okay? Piaget called that process equilibrium. Okay, Piaget, let me back up. Piaget is a great developmental psychologist. You've seen his name in your book, Jean-Paul Piaget, P-I-A-G-E-T. You probably didn't know how to pronounce it, okay? It looks like Piaget or something. It's pronounced Piaget. He talks about concepts of assimilation, accommodation, equilibrium, and homeostasis. You don't have to know all those words right now. We'll talk about them later. But if this word of homeostasis reminds you of some of Piaget's idea, I like that thinking. Good concept. You're on the money with that. Next thing to know, the third thing, your body's always working for you, okay? Your body's trying to get back to normal. Your body's trying to get back to good. There are things in our life sometimes that happen that are catastrophic, difficult things. I have a good friend just diagnosed with stage 4 brain cancer, okay? That's an incredible assault on her system. I'm not sure if she's going to be able to recover from that. So there's things sometimes that overwhelm our bodies, but your body is working for you. It's trying to get back to homeostasis. That's always a good thing to remember. Okay, finally, the tip of the day. Always, if you're out after dark, it's not just enough to wear light-colored clothing. You also need to wear a safety vest with reflective stripes. Lights. You need to have a tail light too. Very important. Okay, make it a good day. We'll see if this takes or not.
Goodbye. Hasta la vista, baby.